What's up, y'all? Welcome back to another show of Each One Teach One. My name is Eson, and I represent the organization Ulon. Listen up. So, as always, you know what I'm saying, I got my co-host in the house with me, my boy Buddha. What's up, family, man? Hope you had a really good, you know what I'm saying, week. And so we up here, man, to give y'all the hot stuff on the streets, to let you guys know what's going on, and basically just to, inform you guys basically of, all the new movements that's going on in your area, how we, out here reaching other younger brothers. And today's show, and don't forget, too, you guys can call on in, you know what I'm saying? Don't forget, we got a live here. Right, what's up, Joan? We see you, you know what I'm saying? And everybody else, if you do see me, you know what I'm saying, do not call me or text, you know what I'm saying, no matter what. Because it definitely, you know what I'm saying, knocks us off, and, you know what I'm saying, it's a major distraction. But, so, I just want to say, basically, that this week, we're going to get ready to talk about love. We want to get back on what we're doing, you know what I'm saying, for everybody out there that knows about, you know what I'm saying, Ulon and what we're doing on these streets, okay? And I want you guys to call in and chime in. 312-738-1060. That's 312-738-1060. If you have my number, do not call me. I'm letting you know now. I'm going to talk about you. Don't text me, call, none of that, you know what I'm saying, because you're knocking off our live, all right? So, B, today's show we dedicate to all the shorties out there, man, about love. Now, when we say love, we're not talking about, like we love somebody or the type of love that you have for a woman, you know what I'm saying? But we are talking about the love that we have for a family member. Right. All right? Right. I want you guys to call in, 312-738-1060. Tonight's topic is love. I want to know what you guys feel about love. What's up, you know what I'm saying? Checking in. Everybody else. Love on the street. How do you construe that? What do you understand about love? Because a lot of times, people give a little kid a jab, which is a sack of crack, and they say to them, hey, man, I love you, man. Go and sell this crack, man, you know what I'm saying? And the kids actually take that, and they feel that that's love, right? So what you think about that, B?
They don't really know any better, but as far as that, man, these young guys out here, man, they being misled. You know what I mean? They being misguided. When I was coming up, it was always, don't ask me to do nothing that you wouldn't do. When we was coming up, the leadership, they actually got out there and did stuff, and then, like, okay, I need you to do this, I need you to do that. Exactly. So, they led by example. So it wasn't just about giving somebody some or giving somebody some bad advice, telling them to go do something. The guys I grew up with actually was in the field. So right. That's how I feel about that. Don't let nobody influence you to do anything that they wouldn't do.
Exactly. So now, what about the love that these shorties have for these females? Like, I remember when we was coming up, we used to, like walk through the land. But did you ever notice how the guys would walk in front of the girls? And the girls are kind of like walking the back a little bit. Mm-hmm. But you know what I'm saying? Yeah. And then as soon as, we get to the house or whatever, it was all back normal. Right. But why do you think that was? Why do you think people would shy away from showing their girlfriends love in the street?
Well, like I say, times have changed. A lot of things was going on, and guys didn't really know how to love. That was
now.
Why
do you think that was? Why did not the young brothers back in the day, or even now, why don't they know how to love? Where we think that stems from?
They just not getting it. You have to go through something. You have to be with somebody for some tragic experiences. You have to go through something with somebody, man, to actually, to know what that's all about. So you have to go through something with somebody, man, to really understand what that true love is all about, real love.
Okay.
That's just from my aspect.
Okay. Now, let's take it even deeper now, because we out here. I want you guys to chime on in, 312-738-1060. Now, going a little bit deeper, right? Like, say, for instance, a couple, and now today we're dedicating this to the younger generation, the teens and stuff like that. Say, for instance, a couple is together, and a guy starts, whooping his girl, putting his hands on her, right? But he's doing it, he say, out of the name of love. Why do you think some of the girls stay in that type of relationship?
Well, just like I said.
Women, y'all call in too, man. Why do y'all stay in a relationship if them guys putting their hands in? Matter of fact, you know what? Let's hold that thought. Let's go to I know the phone line's blowing up. Let's go to one of these calls. Caller, you on the air with Each One Teach One. You there?
Yes, sir. How you doing? This is Ray.
What's up, Ray? How you doing?
You always have a good show, is because you talk from the heart. So
That's right.
listen,
So Ray's
love,
complimenting the show, y'all that can't hear it over there on live.
love,
He's saying that we got a
love
good show.
starts at home. The mother that birthed you, you should love her. But these young kids today, they disrespect their moms so
He's
much.
saying the young kids that they disrespect their moms.
Yeah, it's a shame. On the streets, you walk the streets, and man, they don't give, talking all kinds of stuff to the mom. You were growing up when I
I
was
love that. Yeah, that's my boy, man, right there,
you know.
Dedrick.
And let me tell you something. If I ever
Right.
even look bad at my mom, woo,
He's saying like
just
even if you look bad at somebody like your mom or something, you get treated. Hey Ray, thanks for calling, man. You my guy.
You know what? I got one
You always
more
call
thing.
in.
I got one more.
I appreciate you, Ray. Listen, only because of time consuming, you know what I'm saying, and plus our live is hard to hear. We're going to get it so we can turn this up eventually, you know what I'm saying. There's a lot of technical stuff we have to do for that to be on air and do that. But Ray was saying basically is that there's a difference now between the love and how it used to be, because back in the day, you couldn't even get away with talking to your mom a certain way, even looking at her a certain way, because, you know, there'll be ramifications after that. You know what I'm saying?
Definitely.
Now, just today, I was hearing about the young man who actually tried to fight his mom. You know what I'm saying? Who is you to try to fight your mom? So I think the love is starting to kind of like, you know what I'm saying, go away a little bit. Let's get back to the phone lines. Caller, you on the air with Each One Teach One.
Hello?
Yeah, how you doing?
Yes, this is TC, and I just want to congratulate you on your work. I just want to say keep up the good work. I'm calling all the way from Tennessee. I just want to shout out Eastside, where Ulon.
That's right, that's right. Okay, we got one of our Ulon queens in the house. You know what I'm saying? Much love out there. They calling in from Tennessee. That's what's up. We appreciate you calling in. Tennessee in the house, you know.
Yep.
So wherever you at, man, you guys can call on in. 312-738-1060. Again, tonight's topic is love and how it's, you know, viewed in the hood. All right, because we're going street, you know, we're going to keep it street, but we need to do that to get different perspectives of what love is. So let's get back to that. So now, and ladies, call on in if you have an idea or you want to chime in on something about it. So if a young man is whooping his girl, you know what I'm saying, why would she think that's love? Why do you guys think that? You know what I'm saying?
I think we got a caller coming in want to comment on that.
Okay, well, you know what I'm saying? Caller, come on, callers. You know, I know we got a lot of people on there. But caller, you on the air right now with Each One Teach One. Let's go.
Yes, and good evening, and thanks for taking the show.
Hey there.
It's the bottom line to why the people are
What's up,
acting
Selena? I
like
see
that
you.
because they don't know a word such as respect.
There you
They
go.
don't
He's
know
saying the respect is
anything
going
about
right now.
respect, and that's where everything starts from. Thanks for taking the call.
Hey, thank you so much. All right, so listen up. That caller was right, you know what I'm saying? I think we've lost a factor of respect. What you got to say about that, B?
Well, you know, respect, you know, and all that kind of different stuff, you know, it starts at home. You know, you know your mom, your pops, your granny, and all that. You know, they teach you respect at a very early age. You know what I'm saying? You know, back when we was coming up, you know, and we've been saying that a lot during the show today. You know, back when we was coming up, cause times was just different.
Right.
You know, it was just a different time. You know, when grown people talking, kids usually go in the other room.
Exactly.
You know, you can't just jump into a grown folks conversation or be around grown people while they congregating or they doing whatever they doing.
Exactly.
You know, and that's part of the thing. That's part of the thing, man.
Okay.
You know.
So that's true. So now let's even get deeper. So why do you think that has changed? Why is it now that kids can just talk any type of way? You know what I'm saying? Well, hold on. Let's get back to the love thing, because remember tonight's theme is love. So say for instance a young guy is whooping this girl. Females, call on in now. Why? And you see the number right there, 312-738-1060. For you guys on live, call that number, 312-738-1060. Why is love misinterpreted with these young females if a guy putting his hands on her and beating her up? You know, why would she stay with him? Why do females think now, oh, he loved me because he putting his hands on me? So why is that? I mean, you know, we can go back and forth onto someone, you know, some more callers calling. We wait for a bunch of callers to call. But why do you think that is? Why would she be so messed up in the head to think that that's true love?
She don't know any better. You know, they say if you know better, you'll do better.
Exactly.
You know, so maybe she just don't know any better. You know what I mean? You know, a lot of times, you know, people act act out, you know, in certain different ways, some violent, some verbally, some mentally. You know, they don't always have to put their hands on you. A guy can break a woman down mentally,
Right.
you know, emotionally.
Now that's
you know?
raw. That's raw. How can a guy break down a woman mentally?
Well, you know, in many different ways, you know, not helping out, not being a man, stepping up to the plate, doing what he's supposed to do, responsibility, putting that whole burden of the household on that,
love,
putting that whole burden of the household and responsibility of raising the kids on her, leaving her on her own, but he right there in the house, but he not really doing anything.
So
to
he
help
not
her out.
participating
Exactly.
in the love, so to speak. He basically just laying up and reaping the benefits.
I mean, whatever you want to call it, but he not really participating in the process of fatherhood,
bring something to the table,
family, you know, whatever. You know, he not really even trying to put forth any effort or anything like that. And you know, that's where that mental thing come in at. You know what I mean? And that's a problem. You know, I don't know, you know, everybody got their own situations and, you know, stuff that they going through or whatever. But if you in something and somebody telling you they love you and all this and that and they not with you wholeheartedly, you know, everybody make mistakes.
Right.
Not saying because a guy did something wrong or he may got some flaws because ain't nobody perfect either.
Right.
You know what I mean? But if you got a constant reminder, if you got somebody that's constantly doing something, then that's just a lack of respect. That's a lack of love. You know, that's not like, oh, I'm sorry I made a mistake or forgive me for this, forgive me for that. That's what a emotional and the mental thing come in at. You know, so you don't really have to always be physical when you abusing somebody.
So is it fair to say too that that's why maybe a lot of females, especially hood females, start cheating because they're not getting the love that they really deserve or need at that moment?
Well, I ain't gonna say necessarily that's the reason why they cheat because, you know, people have ulterior motives. You know, they have other reasons why they might cheat.
Do you think that's one of them though?
Well, that could play a major part in it. You know, it could play a major part in it. But you know, you got other intangibles that come into play when you're talking about somebody being unfaithful.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
Now, getting back to the love beat, you know what I'm saying? And, I mean, you know, this whole show is dedicated to love and how it's perceived on the streets. What about the guys that, you know what I'm saying, you know, we hear about all the time about guys being in the closet. You know what I'm saying? And they so much, you know, in tune with their guys that they, you know, might be doing something with their guys. You know what I'm saying? And this is facts, you know what I'm saying? These are facts now that we know this. So why is that so dangerous? You know what I'm saying? Why has love been, is it because, what's your perception? Is it because they're not getting enough love from who they think is their boys that they have to switch in their mind to physically feel love? Like, I mean, what's wrong with these cats? What do you think could be a major role in that? Why a lot of these brothers basically, you know what I'm saying, switch hitters?
Well, you know, you look at the world now, the world has changed a lot, you know. The reason why a lot of people are doing some of the things that they're doing, you know, everybody's entitled to their own sexual preference, you know. And then you got the lesbian, bisexual, gay, transgender community, you know, and
they getting big now.
You know, they're well respected in the community now. So people are actually, you know, looking at it like, well, you know, I ain't got to hide anymore. I can be me. I can be comfortable in my own skin. Me, myself, personally, I have anything against what somebody chooses to be.
Do you think a lot of that too, Buddha, might come from a lot of these younger brothers going to the joint?
Well, I don't
because
think
I know a lot of guys, and we ain't going to say no name, but we know a lot of the guys, you know what I'm saying, they might have went to the joint and indulge and then come home and try to play, you know what I'm saying, a real role with their girls, you know?
Well, you know, like I say, to each his own, you know. I've been to the joint, you know, and you know, that just, you know, it is what it is. But like I say, the world has changed.
You don't. You know
right. The world has just changed so much. People you don't have to hide and be like that. You don't have to. It don't have to be a secret. You don't have to be in the closet or anything like that. The world accepts this now. You know, the world has turned. They learn to accept people for what they are and who they are. Right. You know what I mean? So if you choose to be gay or if you choose to be a lesbian or whatever, the world has accepted that. You know, and many people just need to come to terms with that. You know, because the world's gonna keep turning. You know, if whatever somebody's sexual preference is, that's their sexual preference.
Exactly. So let me say this. You know, we are talking about love. So do you think that the way that love has been, like, since it switched up so much, you know, do you think that because of the father not being in the house, that a lot of these young men are going out there looking for love from other males, and that may have something to do with it too?
Well, I don't know, because a lot of people, you know, I know they grow up with a mother and a father in the house. And, you know, and that's still, didn't have any effect on the way how they chose to live their life. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, it's just the world has changed so much. You know, back then people had to hide because they felt shameful. They felt this, they felt that. But now the world has accepted that. You know, many people need to, you know, get up to speed with what's happening in the world today. Because somebody is gay or because somebody is lesbian or bisexual or whatever, you know, that you can't hold that against them, man.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Now, do you think in the streets, too, that women have kind of like, you know, I mean, we just rapping and we talking, you know what I'm saying? Do you think that a lot of women have settled for less because they feel like they'd rather not be alone than you know, they'd rather put up with BS than to be alone. They've been tricked into thinking that love in any type of form or fashion is acceptable rather than being alone.
Well, you know, in certain situations, you can look at it like that. You know what I mean? But at the same time, you know, what one person's preference is, you know, another person might not look at that as their preference. You know what I'm saying? She might like it like that.
Right.
You know what I mean? He might like it like that. You know, and the world has just turned. The world has evolved so much, man, where, you know, people is not even, you know, that's like an afterthought now.
Right.
Somebody being gay, lesbian, bisexual, or transgender or anything like that. That's like an afterthought. That's like, you know, it's old news now.
Right.
You know what I mean? It's accepted in the world now today. You know what I mean?
Well, we got it, you know what I'm saying, another brother, Kevin Clark. What's up, Kev? You know, tuning in saying there's no such thing as love in this generation. It's all about materialistic things, you know, so coming up. So do you think that because of flash and money and the material things that has something to do with love, that I can go ahead and buy you off, and that's considered love because I'm giving you money? Do you think we've been twisted a little bit to fall for that fate as well?
Well, you know, money been around for a long time, and it make people do a lot of strange things. You know, that's what money is, man.
That's right.
And that's what money
True.
do. You know, so you know that ain't
I
gonna
see
never
that little
change.
smirk on your face, like, you know,
money.
it is
You know,
what it is.
what it is
Right.
with the money, man.
Right.
You know, people gonna do stuff for money, man. People do strange stuff for money, man. You know, you'll be surprised, man. You know,
Well, we wouldn't, but I guess the average person
you
would
know,
be.
I wouldn't be surprised, man. You know, I've been where a lot of these young brothers been, man. I come from where a lot of these young brothers come from, man. You know, so I can understand their outlook, and you know, I can see why they feel a lot of times the way how they feel.
Right.
You know, because I've been there.
So, you know, we stay into the subject of love, man. I'll say that, you know, many times that, you know, I'm on the street and I have interceded. Like, a lot of times I can't even post what I do because I got to bust out the car and, you know, grab brothers, put the gun down or whatever. But a lot of times I notice that when I go up to these young brothers, you know what I'm saying, and shake their hand and give them a hug or show them some love, a lot of times they don't want to really let go right away because they love the fact that a brother's reaching out to them. They love the fact that a brother's showing them support and, you know, really caring.
Right.
So I think that our young men, and this is another reason we're doing the show for tonight, you know what I'm saying, on love, man, just showing love. And it's like, again, not the love you have for, you know what I'm saying, a woman, but the love we want to offer, man, you know what I'm saying, young brothers to be a part of something. Man, we looking for you, man, you know what I'm saying. If you Ulon material, man, we're going to go to this overhead real quick. And I want you guys, man, to reach out, you know what I'm saying. You guys can hit up the website, you know what I'm saying. The number, don't call this number now, you know what I'm saying, but definitely write it down. This is not the number to hear. And for you at home, you know what I'm saying, I'll give you, you know what I'm saying, one in a minute too. But I want you guys to know that, man, Ulon got your back. We're here for you, man. We do a lot of events through the city. We do a lot of events, you know what I'm saying, underground. And we out here in these streets, man. And me and Buddha will come where you at, you know what I'm saying, and show you some love and let you see that this is real, man. This organization, man, is spreading all over. As you see, we got people calling from Tennessee, Kansas, I mean, all over, Texas, Vegas now. We got Ulons out there, you know, Arizona. We got Ulons in D.C., Detroit, Philly. You know, we got four more in Philly that's been hitting us up. So I want you guys, man, to really understand that, man, you can reach out to us. That Ulon.Life is our website. Feel free to go to it, man. Buddha, what you got to say to these young brothers, man? Some encouraging words to tell them, man, that we are reaching out to them, that they can come, you know what I'm saying, mess with us.
Yeah, well, I'm a firm believer, man, of a change, man, because, you know, I've like I said, I've been there. You know, I've done that. You know what I mean? 10 times over. You know, I done forgot most of the stuff that half of these guys have probably learned. You know what I mean? So, you know, it ain't no secret that I've been down that road, man. You know what I mean? But you gonna come at a point in your life, man, where you gonna be at the crossroad, man. You know, I like to just say one thing before we wrap it up. I know a lot of young brothers out here, man, you know, they don't really watch the news or anything like that. You know, we still dealing with the violence and stuff like that. Not to get off the subject of the love and what we talking about in this episode today. Not to get off that subject, but, you know, we still dealing with a lot of gun violence out there, man. And, you know, a lot of brothers, you know, we run the streets. We don't have time to watch the news and stuff like that. But if y'all haven't, I just like to inform y'all that the governor, Bruce Rauner, is looking to reinstate the death penalty. You know, he spoke on it this past week, and President Trump also spoke on it this past week. You know, the death penalty.
And those two are, you know, little buddies. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
so, you know, it may just, you know, come into reality. But I think I know where you're going with that, man. I think you saying like, man, you gotta, man, watch your back out here. Like a lot of stuff y'all doing, man. This ain't no joke no more. These people are really taking seriously. But go ahead, you know what I'm saying? I want you to kind of get that whole thought out, you know what I'm saying, to these young brothers.
Yeah, man, and, you know, and it's real
it
out here.
It still deals with love, too.
Yeah. It's real out here, man, and, you know, they say it's for the mass murderers and the serial killers. Well, guess what? If you got 5, 6, 7 murders under your belt, and you got this, that, and the other going on, you qualify.
Exactly.
For the gas chamber, the death penalty or whatever
because
these people talking about reinstating because of your background, because of stuff that's going on out here in the streets, man. So I just wanted to bring that to y'all attention, man, because I know a lot of us don't watch the news, a lot of us don't read the newspaper and stuff like that, but this is one of the big topics that's going on right now.
Sharing this, man.
This is one of the big topics that's going on right now, man.
Get out here, man. Reach as many brothers as possible.
So it is what it is, man. Take heed to it, man. It's real. They talking about it. The president talking about it. The governor of the state of Illinois talking about it, man. The death penalty, man. I don't know if y'all know what that is.
You know they had stopped that.
But
you know what I'm saying? Remember that. They had stopped it.
He finna reinstate it.
Man, we had a few guys, you know, saying that we knew that was on it, man. And if they do reinstate it, that's going to bring a lot of things into play. Are they going to still, you know, put back the, you know, the people that was on it at first and then took off? You know, so it's going to be a lot of things in the question.
Right.
I think that's very critical that these younger brothers realize that they're not playing with you no more. You know, so this is serious. You know, we offering you guys a way out because we do so much stuff and we're offering jobs. You know what I'm saying? It might not be the greatest jobs, you know what I'm saying? But it's something to put some money in your pocket. So make sure you get up with us, Ulon.Life. You know what I'm saying? You can leave comments there. If you want to get in touch with us about a job or something, make sure, you know what I'm saying, you go to the comment bar, you know, put it on in. It won't be seen right away if you want to put a number or something. We got you. What's up, Lisa? Much love for tuning on in. And I also want to say, man, much love to my nephew, man, you know, J-Ride, you know, Jason Davis. He's out there, you know what I'm saying, doing this thing from Texas all the way to New Mexico. Young brother. And I love to see brothers really out there, you know, doing some really big things for his company.
Trying to do something.
You know, his company really trusting him to go out there and train. You know what I'm saying? So, man, that's a blessing, you know what I'm saying? And to any other brothers that's out there doing some things. We want to give some shout-outs real quick?
I mean, I just like to shout out to the whole city, man. You know what I'm saying? Chicago is a great city, man.
North side, west side, south side.
East side, wherever, man.
Southeast.
You know, we definitely capable of doing great things, man. You know, we don't want to wait till some tragedy happen to one of your loved ones or something like that, man, before you try to get involved and do something, man. And you might think like, okay, man, I'm just one man, or I'm only able to do just a little bit. But guess what? If all of us just doing a little bit, if this one man turn into 1,000 men or 10,000 men, guess what can be done? A lot can be done, man. So don't think something small, well, I ain't going to say nothing, I ain't going to do nothing, I ain't going to call in, I ain't going to try to get up with them or nothing like that. You know what I mean? Don't hold back, man. You know what I'm saying? Open up, change, try to change. Let's try to do something different, man. You know, that's all I want to say out to you brothers out there, man. Pay attention, man. Don't be scared to watch the news. Don't be afraid to pick up a newspaper and read, man.
And don't be afraid to reach out to us because we out here for y'all, man. We're not playing, man. It's a serious, these are the end of times, man. Y'all want to be a part of a movement that's really out here doing some real things, man. Get up with us. Ulon.Life. 312-834-8020. You know, we out here really doing it, and we need your support because we're going to support you and back. Now, to finalize, you know what I'm saying, this love thing, since that's the theme today, you know, I want to challenge any young brother that's out there watching right now, you know what I'm saying, to get up with us. You know, say, what's up, Liv? I see you, Stacy. So make sure you guys share this because we want to reach as many young brothers as possible to put them back on their feet. You know what I'm saying? Either get out the game or you know, to feel that they are part of something again. Because Ulon is basically like one of the last things that makes sense on the street. You know, something that really, really means something. You know what I'm saying? And it could help you with your girlfriend, with your parents, whatever, you know, you got going on. We out here for you, and we want to, you know what I'm saying, build with you. Like, we might go Sunday 15 cars deep off, you know, the land and go to the movies. You know, something to really support you guys. You know what I'm saying? What's up, Rick? I see you, baby. So make sure that you guys share this, because we want to reach as many people as possible, man. Keep sharing this, man. Let people know that we're out here. The change is possible. I think a lot of people have given up, too. What you think about that?
That too, man. A lot of people have given up, man. You know, it is. You know, you know. I know it's a tall hill to climb. It's a tall task, man. You know, change is. You know, a lot of people are afraid of change, man. But you know, sometimes change is necessary, man. You know what I mean? Sometimes by force, sometimes by choice. Let's make a choice today. You know what I mean? Let's not be forced to make change. Let's you know what I'm saying? Let's
take the initiative.
Yeah, take the initiative. Let's make it a choice, man. You know what I mean?
That's gangster, you know what I'm saying? Because you actually deciding for once in your life, decide to make a change, man. We challenge you to make a change. You know, get up with Ulon, you know what I'm saying? We out here in these streets, man. We want you to make a change. We're doing political things. We're taking trips. We're doing a lot of things that really helping you guys, you know what I'm saying? And women, too. So don't forget, I still have, you know what I'm saying, the women's transitional program I'm running. But you guys, you know, get in touch with us, man, right here. For you guys at home, you know what I'm saying? This is it right here. You can go to it. You know what I'm saying? Check us out. But we're going to wrap this up, man. I just want to say, man, again, you know, this is something that's serious. These are the end of times, you know what I'm saying? We love y'all. Remember, each one teach one, and don't stop there. All right? Holla.